Hey everybody, it's day 102 of Training Daily Excellence. My name is Brad Gieske, and today we are talking about the essentiality of listening. Listening is one of, if not the most important skills that we will learn in life. It will help us develop as a soccer player in more ways than we can imagine. Now, when we're listening, we're likely listening for one of two reasons, or sometimes both in the same. Either somebody is giving us a piece of themselves that will help us to advance ourselves, or two, somebody is asking us for a piece of ourselves to help themselves, to advance themselves. And so in both of these situations, we have to understand the context of what they're trying to say. We have to understand the situation that they're either coming from or leading to. Now, coaches, when they speak, you're going to want to make sure that you listen, because they're going to have the keys to the kingdom of success. They're going to be able to tell you things that are going to shortcut your path to developing all the different skills and techniques that you will need in the game of soccer. And not shortcut in a bad way. Shortcut in the sense of something that took them many, many years to learn. They're giving you in a single session, but only if you listen. Only if you make yourself available to receiving that information. Now, when somebody comes to you for help, you've got to listen in order that you can best help them. And even when you think that you're listening to something for your own gain, it's like, let's say you want to be a famous mathematician, and so you're going and listening to all these math teachers in order that you can learn all of this so that you could be the best mathematician that you can. The same with soccer. Maybe you're listening to speeches by all of the famous soccer coaches, all of the famous soccer players, and you're thinking, okay, what information can I get from this today? What can I learn? You are indirectly learning that information so that you can later go on to help others, so that you can be your best, strongest self, so that you can have the best impact on people. You can have the best impact on the world. So when a single person comes to you and asks for help, it's that same situation that you're trying to build yourself for in life. So make sure you don't turn them down. Make sure you listen to their concerns, because that's an opportunity. That is the opportunity. The reason why you improve yourself is for those situations right there. So make sure you listen to people when they ask you for help. Now, there are 3 different types of fallacies in listening. One, there's the fallacy of trying to multitask while you listen. So trying to do anything else but actually listen. And I see this all the time in soccer. When you have a group of young players, or sometimes older players, sitting around, and the coach is talking to them. This may be at halftime or another time, and the players are turning and like pulling on each other and messing with their water bottle. Even though you might hear the words, you're not getting the full message. Make sure you make eye contact with your coach. This is how you're going to receive the full message, because there's verbal communication and there's nonverbal communication. Both of these are important, and you're going to need to receive both to truly listen. The second fallacy, the second way we can fail in our listening, is we can look but not really listen to the words. We can look, but in looking, we're not actually able to provide feedback because we're not hearing the words. We're just seeing the nonverbals. And so that's a distracted type of listening as well. And then third, when we listen, we may be thinking of the things that we want to interject into the communication. And this is going to limit our ability to receive what the person is communicating. And so this usually turns out, well, I want it, but my, and so we end up trying to interject what we think, and in such a way we distract our mind from what the person's actually communicating. We need to be an empty vessel when we listen in order that everything, the verbal and the nonverbal communications, can come into us from the other person, and then we can best go about an effective communication back. Okay? And so, last but not least, make sure that when somebody is speaking, we're looking for the verbal and nonverbal cues, but we're also not assuming anything. We don't want to put people into a box and just think that they have some sort of motive behind what they're saying that may or may not be true. Make sure you listen, open your heart, and listen to what others are saying. So when your coach asks you to run a sprint down to the other side of the field, don't assume that he's doing that to punish you. Even if it's termed like punishment in your training session, it's another way of improving you as a soccer player. It's another way of making things competitive. Most coaches, most people are communicating, doing those things out of love. So don't look any further past what the motive is. Just listen to what you're asked to do and do it. In such a way, you will become great as a soccer player. If you listen, take in the message each training session, and you go about your duties, you will be an incredible soccer player. And not only that, you'll be an incredible human being. Thank you guys so much. Like, subscribe, share. I'll have another video for you tomorrow. Check out the Day 100. I keep pointing you to that, but that one's great. Jake Gish did an awesome job. Check you guys tomorrow.